Good morning. Wakey wakey eggs and bakey. Sausage and bakey? Doesn't really rhyme. I'm gonna go just through this whole process in a very methodical fashion. Starting at, why am I a firefighter? Why do you guys want to be firefighters? And then going through preparing to be a firefighter, CPAT, interviews, polygraph, all the stuff getting hired, all the stuff through academy and through probationary year. Let's get going. Today we're gonna have some breakfast, talk about why firefighting. This is a firehouse thing, fluffy eggs. You take your eggs. It's not a firehouse thing, but it's a thing I learned in the firehouse. Basically take your eggs and whip them instead of just throwing them in the pan. And it aerates it. So you whip it up so you get the little bubbles in there. And then when you cook it, the eggs are nice and fluffy. Fluffy eggs. That's how I learned them. Nice catch. Breakfast check. Coffee. Check. You've been following me for a while. Some of the stuff might be stuff that you've seen before. But let's have breakfast. Let's talk about firefighting. Growing up, I wanted to be a smoke jumper initially. And then got really into sports, girls, snowboarding, music, all that stuff. Had no idea what I wanted to do. Went to college, got licensed as a teacher. And I would say that's through people that I met. And it's interesting looking back on my life because I'm like, what exactly was it that keyed me into wanting to be a firefighter? And I'd say it came through a variety of things, like meeting people that are firefighters. That was a big inspiration for me because I'd meet these people and be like, man, these guys are badass, good people. They have exciting jobs. And I think that helped secure it for me too, as I did some ride-alongs. And the ride-alongs made me be like, oh yeah, like we're the great fire medic out of West Metro. And I was like, yes, okay, I want to be a fire medic. And then I remember my first time going code 3 with the fire department in the Denver area. And first time going code 3, I was so giddy. I was just like trying not to cheese too much on the headset, but I never experienced anything like that. And there's just something fun about running around on a fire engine, fire truck, helping people out. At this point in my life, it's hard for me to imagine doing anything else, honestly. Like, I hear about what other people are doing, how they don't get much time off, things like that. And I'm like, man, I am so blessed. I have it so good. Getting paid to work out on shift, getting paid to help people, getting to hang out, getting paid to hang out with some of my best friends and laugh. And then of course, when tones go off, we're ready to go. We train hard all the time, but it's truly one of the best jobs in the world. We make good money to help people. And I see us as professional athletes. Firefighters are professional athletes. We have to be ready to go out the door. I remember being a new guy, and this really hit me, realizing that I was a quarter of that crew. Everyone else on that engine was depending on me. And not only is that crew depending on me, but the families of those other firefighters are depending on me. And then in a greater sense, the community's depending on me and my fitness. And so as professional athletes, we are training to help others. And I always wanted that. I always wanted to be a professional athlete, and firefighting has given me that chance. So if you want to be pushed, if you're ready to be pushed, if you need something to just give you some drive and some action, firefighting is a great way to go. Some of the things it's done for me is I went from being a snowboard bum, really, did a lot of snowboarding, and I still love snowboarding, but firefighting has made me step up as a leader and as a man in so many ways. And I'm not saying firefighting is the only thing that can do that, but it did it for me. So if you're looking for some of that direction or push in your life, this is it. Like, there's no doubt that becoming a firefighter, and it's like going through fire academy, going through paramedic school, all that stuff pushed me way more than getting my bachelor's degree did. Nothing ever pushed me quite to the same level and made me step up as a leader and as a man. And so it's been good for me in so many ways. Not only for me personally, but when it comes to leading my family. My kids look up to me, my family looks up to me, and you just get that. As a firefighter, people give you that respect. That's one of the reasons it's tough to get hired. It's because they want to make sure they're hiring good people, but it's worth it. Absolutely worth it. And all the grind that you go through is absolutely worth it. It's been so good for me. So part of it is just embracing the process. It's going to pay off. Now, sometimes it can be hard to get family members on board. I get this. I've heard this before. A lot of people don't really understand what firefighting is, all that we do, and people don't realize that it's an amazing career. So if you need some fuel to help you out there, one, our schedules are amazing. Right now I work a 48-96. It's 2 days on, 4 days off. It's phenomenal. I don't have to deal with weekend warriors or any of that nonsense. We get a pension, which is amazing. You can make a 6-digit salary, and that might not be right off the bat, but work your way up, 6-digit salary. And it's gonna also depend on the state you're working in, but fire departments in Colorado pay extremely well. And there are a lot of other states that do as well. And I can dive into some of the better paying states if you guys want me to do that. Benefits is huge. The current department I work for, 100% paid benefits. That's amazing. And honestly, it's pretty cool the way it all came together, because we found out that we were pregnant with our first kid when I was in fire academy. So I got a good job just in time to take care of a family. Firefighting has allowed me to take care of a family. Before I was working as an EMT for a long time, trying to get hired. Like I said, it's competitive. That's part of the reason why I do all this. It took me years to get hired. My dad wasn't a firefighter. I had a lot to learn. And I'd meet with a guy, a firefighter in the Denver area, and he would talk to me. And one time I was like, man, thank you so much for all your help. And he was like, absolutely, man. We need people like you. And so that's part of this, is me paying it forward. It's me helping you guys out. Gosh, I want it to be the best resource to get people hired. I want it to be a way for people to get outside of the universities, which are ridiculous now with the stuff that's being pushed on some of them, and the amount of debt that people are taking on. So now you can get a great career. Firefighting is phenomenal. You grab your EMT for basically nothing compared to 4 years at a big university. Start applying for big city fire departments. Before you know it, you got an awesome job. I want to help you guys learn from my mistakes. I want to help you guys get hired. That's just a start. Like I said, this is kind of like a new part of this page for me, where I'm going to be going through all of this in a very methodical fashion. A lot of the stuff can be found on my page in a variety of ways, but I'm going to start doing this in a very methodical way. So right now we're just talking about firefighting, why firefighting. Hopefully I can get some of you guys into it. This page has not only helped people become firefighters, but people have decided to become firefighters because of this page, and I think that's really sweet. That's awesome. This has become more than I could ever imagined, and I just want to say thank you guys. All right, be safe. Let me know why you want to be a firefighter. Let me know why you are a firefighter, fire puncher. I'll see you guys soon. See you on the big one.